Alright everybody, hello everyone, we're going to react to this video, Crazy Feminists coming online. Let's listen to this.
Without alpha, then they wouldn't be that bothered by this. Doesn't really help us when it comes to boys growing up. And that is one of my worries, that for teenage boys now, they are so terrified of the consequences of putting a foot out of line. It's hard enough being a young teenager, working out how to do dating and all of that, without the terror that if you touch in the wrong place at the wrong time, you may find that your whole life is destroyed.
See, I like that
far
terror.
too much. Well,
I like that.
As
I
mother
think
of
that
a
men
teenage
Wow.
boy, I don't like it.
I would say that attitude actually is part of the problem too. That's to me toxic femininity.
Is that healthy?
Yes, I
The
think
other
it is
point-
actually. I think it's better to not have a physical relationship than to have one that could ruin a woman's life.
But then how do they ever start?
Well, don't. If you're not 100% sure,
we go
don't.
for
What are you going to have a bunch of mutant boys who never had?
I think this feminist here, I think it's the same feminist that I reacted to like yesterday or 2 days ago. And she's very unreasonable that, don't have a relationship if you're risking not being 100% sure. I mean, which guy is 100% sure? And which girl is 100% sure? Nothing is 100% sure, so that's unreasonable.
We actually do have that. Gen Z is having far less sexual relationships
Yes,
than any
they are, it's true.
And
Young people have stopped having sex.
guys, don't bring a girl home if you think that possibly she can have a false accusation against you.
If men
That's crazy. So, and I think that's actually true what he's saying. Gen Z, these new guys, new girls, the young ones that are coming up, they don't have any normal or they have less sex than every other generation before. Because man or masculinity is being shamed on. So, just like the first lady said in the beginning, it's like, if you're a guy, if you're growing up as a teenage boy, right, you don't have any support. It's the opposite. You're shamed for even liking girls. That's a problem. It's a problem that you're interested in girls. It's like if you're a guy and you wanna talk to girls, you have to be super careful, super careful, because of the political correctness, which I have a huge problem with. I have a huge problem with political correctness, right? I'm gonna make a whole series on that separately, but what that does is as soon as you just appreciate a girl, appreciate how she looks, if you like the way a girl looks, immediately that could be called or labeled as objectifying women. You can't even say you can't even appreciate a girl's body parts without saying, hey, you're objectifying the girl. So everything is wrong. If you're being a straight man, a straight guy, acting straight, going for what you want, you say you see a girl you like, you go and talk to her, that's basically too rough. That's being too offensive for being, for being political PC, right? For being politically correct, that's too rough. That's not okay to be masculine like that, in that way. And yeah, so it's the problem for me is guys don't act like guys, so there's no traction. Girls don't want them anymore, and guys don't even know how to act like a guy. So it's whoever created this political correctness, this sort of mind control, it's like they're trying to kill you in that way. It's like they don't want you to live. They don't want you to be able to reproduce. They're killing the attraction between men and women. They're killing it. And in that way, it's well, how is there ever going to be a sexual escalation? It's not happening. Men don't want to deal with the problems that come with going after girls. You're risking your life. You're ruining your whole life by going after the wrong girl. So, in a way, and I'm not promoting this, but in that way, I can understand why men nowadays are looking to other men. That's so crazy, but at least there's not this over emotional and sensitivity going on. There's not this problem, there's not this risk of losing your whole life because you said the wrong thing or you touched the wrong way. A guy will just brush it off and know that that's not the end of the world. But whereas these crazy feminists like this one, they will just make a huge problem out of something that was nothing a lot of times. Is there some bad cases? Probably yes, but majority of the time I'm sure it's just like a guy being a guy. It's not the end of the world, right? Well, to these crazy feminists, yeah, that's the end of the world, and then you should just be 100% by yourself until you're 100% sure, which you can't be with these kind of women anyway. So it's, for me, I think it's sad. I think it's sad that people fall for this, that we've kind of been brainwashed with this PC culture, that people accept it and think that yes, this is the new normal, and it's detrimental to everyone. People are not having successful relationships, men to women, women to men relationships anymore. I think it's sad. I think it needs to change. I think these things is something that more people need to recognize is wrong, and we should get rid of it. You know, what's been working before, why don't we just stick to that? I don't see the problem with just sticking to what's been working for hundreds of years. These things are all new. Women being in powerful positions, women having all these things to say about everything, forcing themselves on into new spaces by using political correctness, you know, having man's jobs. That traditional term, that's a man's job. Are you even allowed to say that anymore? Probably not, because you're gonna offend some feminist somewhere, and that's not okay, because you can back it up with this political correctness. And I mean, come on, guys are not allowed to be guys anymore, and girls are trying to act like men. Like, don't you see that we're being played here? Whoever created this way of thinking is trying to control us, is trying to make sure that we kill the attraction between each other, between men and women, and therefore we don't reproduce. They're trying to basically kill us, you know? They're trying to end our bloodline. They're trying to end us ever having children. Your generation will stop at you. You're the last generation in your family, because you're not gonna have any kids. You're gonna either change your gender or you're gonna be a homosexual. So either way, you can't have kids. And if you wanna have kids, if you wanna be straight, then you don't know how to act to get a partner of the opposite sex. That's where we're going, and that means basically 90% of people will never reproduce. So for me, I see this is like a part of the world agenda or something of reducing the population. All these things, it comes down to that, you know. But these feminists don't understand that. They think it's just, you know, fighting for women's rights or something. They don't understand that they're being used as a pawn in a whole lot bigger game. They don't understand that. But hopefully this video puts some light on a few things, the way I see it, and hope this was helpful, guys. If you're a straight man, I encourage you to be straight. Keep being straight. It's difficult, but what to do, you know? It's like, and if you like this kind of content, please like this video and show some love. All right, goodbye.